Stock market recap. Today is Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. You can just feel that this market is resilient as ever. We got through some of the toughest things and the market continues to go higher. So that's why I believe at this point, money is just going to be flowing into the stock market for a bit, like the semiconductor names especially, because Nvidia finally closed at an all-time high, guys. Woo! Congrats to those of you who waited it out and put all the noise aside, right? When the stock was way down, remember, winners keep on winning. They're the picks and shovel play to the AI boom. It was only a matter of time before it rebounded, and sure enough, here we are. So that's where dollar cost averaging, guys. When there's fear, no matter what's going on, you buy, you wait patiently, and you get rewarded. So congratulations to all of you who did that. Same thing with Micron, right? Buying, I actually recommended this to my members in the 70s. And now it's obviously, went up to the 130s in after hours trading today after they crushed on earnings. They beat on revenue and earnings per share for this quarter. They also raised their guidance well above expectations. Their margins were higher. Also, memory prices are up. That's why their numbers were better. And so then what was interesting, the stock popped after that came out. And then when the conference call happened, the stock filled the gap back down and gave back those gains that were in after hours. So it's going to be interesting to see. It may just be, a sell the news event. Some people get out of the way. But either way, solid quarter. And like I said, guidance still shows semiconductors remain strong. You guys know I've been saying since the beginning, semiconductors are the new oil. That's why I have a heavy weighting with semiconductors in my long-term portfolio in the AI space, okay? So I do believe this momentum could continue. Of course, there's going to be dips along the way, guys. Remember, nothing goes up in a straight line. Those are just opportunities. Like I've been saying, we're in a buy the dip market. The same applies here, guys, okay? So that's good that we had Micron's earnings, a catalyst, okay? And now we just got to see what other earnings come out. Pretty much, obviously, as we know, it's end of earnings season for the big companies reporting. And so now we got to wait, again, how banks lead the way, right, with reporting first and so on. So, and then most of the market, again, investors are starting to come into the market. A lot of, remember, skeptics that were on the sidelines are now coming in. Now that we've cleared through, the Iran conflict as of right now, right? And people are starting to believe tariffs, are going to get worked out, and that at some point an interest rate cut could come, and that AI is leading the way here. I mean, it's in helping businesses become more efficient. So I wouldn't get too caught up on interest rate cuts. The fact that the Fed doesn't have to cut interest rates is a good thing, that our economy is healthy, right? We have a strong labor market, and inflation is slowly but surely coming down to that 2% target. So that this is a good scenario, guys. So even if it takes a little while, even if it takes till September, doesn't matter. Just buy a little at a time, dollar cost average on dips with your favorite ones. Again, ideally that's something that's related to AI, that have decent balance sheets, or at least have positive news where they're collaborating with, Nvidia or Palantir, or, some sort of catalyst that can keep the stock going. If there's fresh news lately, obviously that's the ones that I like to play in the short-term account. But long-term investment account, guys, I'm telling you, if you're not a member yet, please become a member so you can benefit from these big theme names, guys, because this is going to be a decade-long thing that's happening. And I've put in countless hours of research into these stocks, and a lot of them are still not back to all-time highs yet, guys. And I don't want to be recommending stocks right when they're at all-time highs, right when everyone's chasing FOMO, which it's starting to happen right now, okay? But there's a reason for it, because of the AI boom taking place, okay? And of course, things can change at any point. We are seeing a lot of more analysts becoming bullish, increasing their price targets. And remember, that's where greed starts to set in eventually. So there will be dips, like I said, healthy pullbacks, but that's all there'll be. I don't see, especially after the market has shown its resiliency, after we've gotten through the tariff board that Trump held up, going down 20% quick and recovering all of that, okay? Getting past the tariffs, getting past the Iran conflict, right? Getting past inflation, getting past treasury yields falling, right? And people worried about the dollar falling, right? Stocks climb a wall of worry, guys. Again, another thing I've been saying since the beginning, if you want to get the upside returns, you have to buy and be actually excited, right? When stocks go down, when there's a lot of fear in the market, when the VIX spikes, that's the best time to buy, because the VIX will eventually come back down. Stocks climb a wall of worry, okay? And then that's where you make your money, guys. So anyways, stick with me, guys. I'll be your coach. I will get you to the promised land, okay? I treat you like my family. And if you follow me, if you roll with me, guys, we're gonna have fun. You're gonna learn a lot. We're gonna make money, not only long-term investing, but also short-term trading, do gift card raffles and all that. So I look forward to having you aboard soon, guys. Enjoy your night.